Hello friends, welcome to my channel Clinical Biochemistry by Dr. P.K. Prabhakar. Today I am going to talk about the Omicron versus the Delta. So here I am going to compare some of the features of Omicron and the Delta, and then we will see what are the basic difference between the Delta and the Omicron and how it is going to affect their pathophysiology and their effects. So first we will understand something about the Omicron. Omicron, whose alternate name is B1.1.52 name. So WHO on the means in the November declared recently discovered B1.1.529 strain of COVID-19 as a variant of concern. And normally I have a video on the how it is going to be named. So different COVID variants have been named depending on the Greek alphabets. So this Omicron is the 15th alphabet of the Greek alphabet. So this Omicron has been given in the sequentially. So now if we'll see what is this variants of concern. So WHO are normally going to classify all the COVID variants into two broad category. Those categories are it's called as variants of interest and variants of concern. So variant of interest, that is a means a COVID variants only, but those coronavirus, those strains which is having the genetic changes that predict or known to affect virus characteristics such as transmission rate, disease severity, immune escape mechanism means escape from the immune system, their diagnostic parameters, and therapeutic escapes, and that has been identified as causing significant community transmission or multiple COVID-19 clusters are grouped under the variants of interest. Similarly, variants of concern is a COVID-19 V2 variants only, which meet the definition of variants of interest and through a comparative assessment has been demonstrated to be associated with one or more of the following changes also. So variant of interest have some features which I have already told you. Variants of concern have all those features. Along with that one, it have increase in the transmission rate or detrimental changes in COVID-19 epidemiology or increase in virulence or change in clinical disease presentation or decrease in effectiveness of public health and social measures which is available like diagnostic vaccines or therapeutic. So they are kept under the variants of concern. So this Omicron variant, which was discovered in the 9 November, and that has been grouped under the variant of concern. So based on the evidence presented indicative of the detrimental changes in COVID-19 epidemiology, this WHO has designated V1.1.5 to known as variants of concern. This Omicron has a range of unusual mutations. Normally, virus is having a very high tendency to mutate their genetic changes, means genetic constitutions, because they don't have proofreading and other things. So, to sustain, to keep themselves alive into the host body, to hide from, to escape from the host immune system, they normally mutate themselves. So, mutation is a usual process in the viruses. This Omicron have many mutations, especially in the spike protein. Later on, I will tell you what is the significance of this spike protein also. So unusual mutations and is spreading very fast compared to the Delta. This virus, Omicron variant, was first detected in Botswana and the South Africa. This strain, first it was discovered on 24th of November, and till today it is spread into more than 125 different countries. So its increments rate of transmission is very fast. In India, the first case has been found on 2nd of December, and till today more than 1500 cases has been found in more than 26 different states of India. Now come to the different comparison. So Delta variant has the means name is B1.617.2, whereas Omicron variant scientific name is B1.1.52 name 9. So this is one of the difference. This Delta variant was first reported in India and the Omicron variant was first reported in Southern Africa and Botswana. Delta plus variant was a variant of concern, but not the Delta. So Delta was variant of interest initially, and Delta plus, which was a mutated Delta, that was kept under the variants of concern. Whereas Omicron itself is a variant of concern. It was first discovered, reported on November 24th in South Africa. This delta or delta variant has acquired a many mutations. Roughly 8 or 9 specific mutations was there in the spike protein. And one of the important mutation was this K417N, which is also found in the beta variants, which was first discovered in South Africa. So Delta variant had number of mutations, but when we are going to see, we have seen the Omicron mutations. So Omicron carrying a very high number of mutations in their spike protein. Roughly, it is having more than 50 mutations. And out of those 50 mutations, 30 plus mutations, almost 32 mutations in the spike protein only. What is a spike protein? This spike protein normally, what most of the vaccines which we are going to use today are going to target this spike protein. So if virus will change their spike protein, so our vaccine will not work against those viruses. So that is the major challenge we are having. This is just a comparison between the Delta and the Omicron. This is Delta variants, which is having only 9 mutation in the spike protein. Whatever red spots you are going to see, these are the different mutation in their spike. This is the spike protein. So Delta is having only 9 mutations in their spike protein, whereas Omicron is having more than 32 mutations in their spike protein. So spike protein, S protein of coronavirus in case of Omicron is very highly changed. Means their structure, their morphology, their 3D structure has been changed. So here also it is the same thing. Here you can see Omicron is having so many mutations, more than 32 mutation out of 50 mutation in the Omicron in the spike protein. This is the cartoonic structure of virus. So this virus is having this spike protein. Whatever you are going to see, this is the normally a 3 proteins comes together and forms a S protein. This protein helps virus to enter into the host cell. This is the host cells. On the host cells, we are having ACE2 receptor. So this protein, a spike protein, comes and bind there. So virus is going to recognize the host cells with this spike protein. This spike protein has been mutated, and this mutation is going to affect number of property, number of characteristic feature of this virus. Same spike protein, whenever we are going to take vaccines normally help us in the production of immunoglobulins, and these immunoglobulins blocks this spike protein. So when a spike protein will be blocked, virus will not able to bind to this target on the host receptors, host cells, and by that vaccine works. When this protein will be mutated, this antibodies cannot work on that one, and if antibodies cannot bind there, this spike protein will be free and it will able to bind to the host cells. So in case of Omicron, we have this is B1.1.529. There are number of mutations. Some of the important mutation in the receptor binding domain and the nucleotide entity mutations, which is associated with the resistance to neutralizing antibodies. Normally, just now I have told you, antibodies binds with the spike protein and inactivate virus. Virus will not able to bind to the host cell. That is called a neutralization process. So these mutations normally provides a resistance. So virus will not be neutralized by the antibodies. There are some mutations like H655Y, N679K, P681H, which is near to S1 and S2 furin cleavage site. This is associated with the more efficient cell entry. It increases the transmission rate of the virus. Then there are some other mutations which normally helps them the escape from the immune system, like interferon and antagonistic. Overall, these mutations normally going to increase the transmission rate of virus, escape antibodies from virus, and then increase the severity of the virus. So more pathogenesis will be there. Normally, we produces many, some monoclonal antibodies also came into the market, but unfortunately it is now apparent that the two most commonly available monoclonal antibodies are much less effective against the Omicron variants. These two therapies played an important role in early treatment of COVID-19 in people who were unvaccinated or vaccinated but at high risk. The name was Sotrovimab, seems to be the only monoclonal antibody treatment currently still effective against the variants, but it is not widely available right now. So, normally we should go for the booster dosage and more vaccinations. Delta variants can be controlled by vaccines. So we are having many vaccines, more than 10 or 11 vaccines has been approved by WHO also, and other vaccine number of vaccines are available in the market. This Omicron variant has lower chances of being controlled by these present vaccines because their S protein, most of the vaccines which are available into the market or into the hospitals, they target the S protein, and the S protein of Omicron is having more than 32 mutation, 30 changes. So that's why these vaccines are less likely to going to block or going to works on the Omicron variants. But overall, there are some differences in the sign and symptoms also. If you see the Delta variant signs and symptoms, their fevers were there, coughing was there, running nose was there, then loss of taste and smell was there, anosmia was there. But in case of Omicron variants, not number of things are not there. Like mild fevers are there, but running nose, coughing, loss of taste and smells, these are not there. So that is also a difference between the Delta variant and the Omicron variant. But uh, Omicron variants transmission rate is very fast, but there are some scientific community, they are telling that this Omicron variant is boon for India. It will help to gain our immunity. It will boost our immune system against the coronaviruses. So this is the basic difference between the Delta and Omicron variants. So this is all about for today. If you have any query, any comments regarding coronavirus, their vaccines, their effectivity, you can write in the comment box. If you have not subscribed my channel, you can subscribe it. And you can press the bell button so that you will get all the notification on time. If you like the video, you can like it and share with your near and dear. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.